Hello, class. Today we're looking at our lesson 7.5. To start off with, we're just going to do some warm-up problems here. So first one, what is each expression written using each face only once? So right, we multiply these two values together. 3 to the 5th times 3 to the 4th. Right, we add those exponents, and we should get 3 to the 9th. Looking down here, we are going to first start with our coefficients. Right, this is 3 times 5. Then we'll deal with our x values. We have x squared times x to the negative third. Well, 3 times 5 is 15. X squared times x to the negative third is x to the negative first. Right, we never leave a negative exponent there. So we really have 15 over x. Tells us here to simplify negative 3 to the 0 power. Right, since it's not in parentheses, we leave this negative down below. And now we just figure out what's 3 to the 0 power. Well, we know anything to the 0 power is just 1. And then the last one here, write all the factors of 48. So I'll start with 1. I know 1 and 48. We can go to 2 and 24. We can do 3 and 16. 4 and 12. And then 6 and 8. So those are all of our factors for 48. So what I'd like you to do now on this next page, you guys are welcome to, I'll make it so you can see all the answers here, to go through your homework from last night and just double check your answers. Right, I have the work out here for each problem. You're welcome to just pause this video, take a look at that, check those answers out, and make sure we did that work correct. So again, feel free to pause the video. I'm going to move on. So today is 7.5. This is our first day of 7.5. Students will be able to divide powers with the same base. Divide powers with the same base. Our essential question is, what happens to the exponents when you divide? What happens to those exponents when you divide? So again, feel free to pause this video at any time if you need to slow it down. Take your time through it. Pause that video. Take good notes here. So to start, again, like the last 2 days, we're looking to see, is there a pattern? Is there a pattern? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite mathematically what does 5 to the 7th mean. All right, that means 5 times 5 times 5. So that means 7 5s up on the numerator there. And then if we look here, 5 to the 4th just means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. If we notice here, when we're doing division, notice we have similarities with our numerator and denominator. What we're going to do is actually just cancel out the ones that we can't. And if we look here, we notice we are left with 5 to the 3rd. We have 3 5s being multiplied together. So now we move on to this next one here, right, with x values. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 x's on the numerator there. Then we do this again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the denominator. We look here and go, okay, numerator, denominator, we have things in common. Let's start canceling those out. We are now left with 2 x's, so we write that as x squared. And notice if we look at the pattern there, we look at the exponents that we have, our numerator, denominator, the pattern is that we subtract what's on the numerator and what's on the denominator. So we take numerator minus denominator in this case, where we're taking 9 minus 7 to get us x squared. So, right, this rule, the information, what we're doing today, right, to divide powers with the same base, you subtract the exponent. So, right, step by step, 1, divide coefficients, 2, subtract exponents. We're always going to do top minus bottom. Always going to do top minus bottom. Then we can simplify if we need to, right, if we have any negative exponents. We're always going to do top minus bottom. So again, if you need to pause this video at any time, please do that. So an example here, we have d to the 9th over d to the 3rd, right? This is really just d to the 9 minus 3, which would be d to the 6th power. And now we look at this one. Notice, again, we're going to do this the same way. Numerator minus denominator, top minus bottom. And now notice this time we get d to the negative 6th. All this means is we have one extra step to go. We have to go 1 over d to the 6th. 1 over d to the 6th. So we have 2 examples here. I'd like for you to pause this video and please try these ones. I will get working on these here in a sec, but I'd love for you to pause this video and see if you can get these 2 here. So again, number 3, right, we think of these are all separate things, right? We have our x values, our y values, our z values. So we start with our x's. We have x to the 4 minus 4. Well, that's just going to equal x to the 0. We'll get to that. We have y to the negative 1 minus a negative 5. Well, that's going to get us y, right? 2 negatives make a positive to the positive 4th. And then for z's, we have z to the 8th minus 1, right? We can't forget there is a 1 there. So this gives us z to the 7th. So our final answer here, right, we're multiplying these together. These all are on the numerator. And then we simplify if we need to. But lucky for us, these are all positive. X to the 0 we know equals 1, so we're not going to worry about that. So it's just y to the 4th, z to the 7th. Moving over here to the right. Now we're going to split these up, worry about each variable by itself. So we have k to the 6th minus, k to the 6th minus 1, right? We got to remember that has an exponent there. So this is going to equal k to the 5th. And then we have j to the 2nd minus a 5. Well, this is going to be j to the negative 3rd. So again, both of these terms start off on our numerator. So right now it looks like this. Right, we have 1 step left to go. We know we can simplify this to k to the 5th over j to the positive 3rd. Moving on here again, if you need time to look at these, please pause this video. So we have 3 more examples here. 3 more examples here. Again, please pause this video before trying these, and then I'll go through the answers for you. So we have 6 to the 5 minus 2, which is just 6 to the 3rd. Then we have y to the 3 minus 10, which is y to the negative 7th. So now we look at these and go, okay, well, first off, we need to know what 6 to the 3rd is. And so 6 to the 3rd is 216. Then y to the negative 7th. And right, we have 1 step left. We need to simplify this. So 216 over y to the 7th.